I thought it was a very good start to the season. Obviously, we have a lot to grow off of, but it was a good baseline.
Yeah, you know what Walker said. It was really exciting to get out there and get on the floor. I know we played an exhibition game last week, but tonight was the real deal, and it counts. And we were all really excited. The adrenaline was pumping, and I think we did some really great things as a team. Obviously, like Walker said, there's a lot we can improve on, and we're going to get back at it in the gym on Wednesday.
Hi, I'm Kinsey. I'm with the Yankton Press and Dakotan. So like you said, this is the real deal. You guys were finally able to get on the court. How did it feel to play against another team and have it count for your record and just get the season going?
Yeah, so we've been playing with ourselves for a long time. I mean, 6 months probably. It felt really good. Our team is really competitive, and I'm excited to see where we can go from here.
Yeah, it was really fun to see how our chemistry applies on the court with each other, which we've been working on, like Walker said, all off season. And it was just really fun to get out there and be together and play together and get a win.
Now, you guys both were able to score quite a few points for your team, but also get some defensive grabs. You guys managed to out-rebound them by 4 rebounds. How are you guys going to try to continue that trend to make sure you rebound more than your opponents?
Yeah, so we really emphasize rebounding. Coach K is really good at that. Offensively, it's just as important as defensively. So I think it's a huge part of our game, and we're just going to keep improving on that.
Rebounding is a top priority. I mean, defense and rebounds wins games. If your offense isn't producing and you can't hit a shot, what are you going to do on the defensive end, and how are you going to get those stops so that you can ultimately win the game? So I think rebounding is just a huge part of the game.
Okay, and then you guys were kind of able to find your group well before they were. You kind of shut them down the first half. I have a feeling you guys probably knew they were going to get things going in the second half. How did you guys prepare for that and just get ready for them to finally start driving towards the board and potentially getting you guys to foul them?
Yeah, so we really emphasize in the locker room to play as a unit, and I think defensively that's the main goal, is to play together. And I think that's what we do every time we huddle up and talk. So.
Yeah, you have to bring out the same intensity that you bring out at the start of the game. The start of the second half, it's a fresh half. Teams are going to start knocking down shots that they didn't in the first half, so it's really elevating your mindset and getting stops on the defensive end.
Now, you guys are on the road for your guys' first away game. How are you guys going to kind of use this game to help push you guys to a very competitive Creighton team?
Yeah, so it was a good win, but we need to move past it because, I mean, we play in the next 4 days, so we're going to start preparing as soon as we can.
Yes, we're really excited for the next game, but obviously we're going to take what we learned tonight and what we can improve on and just go from there. Thank you.
Well, I was pretty proud of our effort tonight. You know, it's always good to get win number 1 here on your home floor, and to get everybody in the game, I think was a really good thing, just to get everybody out there again on our floor and get a taste of the speed of the game. So, you know, we've been harping on our defense a lot and trying to tighten that up, and I certainly think we did a lot of things well, you know, forcing 21 turnovers, and, you know, we kept their shooting percentage pretty low. Of course, it's so early in the season, and we feel like there's a lot that we can clean up still. But it was a great test for us. You know, give a lot of credit to Northern State. I think they have some good pieces to have have a good season. For us, we're trying to figure out our pieces and different lineups, and having a lot of depth is fun, but just trying to mix those up and figure out our best combinations. So overall, I think it was a good night to get everybody in there, keep everybody healthy, get the win. I was proud of our players.
Hi, I'm Kinsey. I'm with the Yankton Press and Dakotan. So you guys, you just said that you rig on defense and trying to get that going. You guys did give up 10 turnovers in the first half, but then you cleaned it up, only committed 4 in the second half. What'd you kind of tell your team at half to try to kind of clean that up, I guess?
Well, we emphasized the turnovers at halftime for sure, because we just felt like when we stuck to our system and played together as a unit, we were getting really high percentage shots, or at least having good outcomes of possessions, even if we weren't making them. When we decided to go a one-off and to abandon the offense and to do our own thing, it tended to turn into a turnover. And so we just drew a lot more attention to that at halftime and told everybody we've got to clean that up and just play as a unit a little bit better. So to only have 4 in the second half was much more like what we'd like to see.
And then you guys were really able to use their turnovers to your advantage. You guys scored 31 points altogether from turnovers. how big are like the second chance points for you guys? Like, how
yeah,
does that
they
help?
are. And speaking of second chance, I just felt like we probably should have converted a lot more on our offensive rebounding effort. So I was to go get 8 offensive rebounds and then only to score 8 points off of that. It's just that part's got to get better. We have to be able to finish through contact and just convert those opportunities a lot better. But you're right. I think those turnovers turned into opportunities for us to lead the break, and that always gets us going a little bit. It's such an energy play. So with that, I think Nicole Avila-Ambrosi actually deserves a lot of credit. I know she's not showing up in the box score as anything flashy, but I think she just puts pressure on people, and they have a really good guard in Rihanna Philippi, and I think she just hounded her and made things really difficult, or at least was nearby her almost the entire game, and then only had credit for 2 steals, but just had active hands and got her hands on passes and tipped and passes and just kind of created a lot more energy for us on the defensive end, played for long stretches at a time. So I want to give her a shout out because I do think that that's important for us going forward.
Yeah, I would agree. And then I feel like you guys were able to apply pressure throughout the whole thing. You guys were a very well-balanced team when it came to shooting, getting assists, and then forcing turnovers. How are you going to try to continue that balance throughout the rest of the season?
Yeah, we just have to keep challenging ourselves. We're trying to take that step up defensively, and so I think our mentality is a bit better. We're a bit more aggressive and up and being more disruptive on that end of the floor. I still think we have steps to take. That we can continue to take people out of what they want to run and just really get up on them. Yeah, I love the 8-0 start, to start the game and force the timeout. I think that's exactly what we want to do. But as the game wore on and we start to get fatigued, I think we just tend to sit back a little bit more. So we've got to find a way to just play through that and continue to play hard in the defensive end. There's a lot of room for improvement there, but it's good for us to see so early on.
Yeah. And then you guys are on the road for your first away game this season. How are you going to try to kind of use the positives and then look at the negatives to try to improve to play a competitive Creighton team?
We have a really good opponent waiting for us next in Creighton, picked second in the Big East behind UConn. I think they've got just a lot of talent, especially coming back. They have really experienced kids coming back and playing in the NCAA tournament. They've done it. They've played at a high level. So we're going to enjoy this one for a little while, and then we've got to turn around pretty quickly here and get ready for them. But again, I think our emphasis on the defensive end will continue to be huge against them and throughout the whole season. Thank you.
Thank you.